Deep inside the misty valley of Willow Creek, everyone was fast asleep. The houses were completely dark, and the silver moon shone like a giant night light. 7-year-old Barnaby sat quietly by his bedroom window, watching the stars. He loved the peaceful hours of midnight, when the whole world felt magical. Suddenly, a tiny, glowing silver key sprouted right out of his window flower pot. The key was wrapped in soft green ivy, spinning slowly with a gentle hum. Barnaby blinked his eyes, wondering if he was dreaming a wonderful dream. He reached out and took the key, which felt warm and safe in his palm. Looking outside, a soft amber light turned on inside the old, abandoned greenhouse. The greenhouse sat at the edge of his garden, untouched for many, many years. Barnaby slipped on his favorite blue slippers, moving as quietly as a mouse. He stepped outside into the cool grass, feeling a soft, warm breeze on his face. The night air smelled of sweet jasmine and fresh rain, calming his spirit. He walked down the narrow stone path, guided by the greenhouse's warm glow. The glass walls of the old building were covered in beautiful, frosty leaf patterns. Right in the center of the wooden door was a small, star-shaped keyhole. Barnaby gently placed the silver key inside and turned it with a soft click. The heavy wooden door opened smoothly, revealing a hidden world of pure wonder. Inside, thousands of glowing pastel flowers were swaying to an invisible, slow dance. Their petals looked like soft velvet, releasing a gentle, sparkling stardust trail. In the middle of the glowing room, on a velvet cushion, sat a clockwork butterfly. Its wings were made of thin, frosted glass that slowly changed from blue to gold. Barnaby approached the butterfly, noticing a tiny silver keyhole on its back. He gently used his silver key to wind the butterfly, turning it 3 times. With a beautiful tick-tock sound, the glass wings began to flutter softly. The little butterfly lifted into the air, leaving a trail of warm stardust behind. "Hello, little friend. I am Timothy." A soft, musical voice echoed in the room. Timothy flew around Barnaby's head, making a soothing, rhythmic ticking sound. The ticking sound felt like a gentle heartbeat, making Barnaby feel completely safe. Timothy whispered that the magical greenhouse had lost its beautiful melodies. The magical flowers could only bloom when they heard the sweet songs of the night. "Will you help me find the 3 lost notes of the lullaby?" Timothy asked. Barnaby smiled and nodded, ready for a calm and peaceful midnight journey. Timothy flew toward the back of the greenhouse, where a secret path opened. The path was made of smooth, glowing river stones that softly lit their steps. They walked past tall ferns that gently fanned the air, keeping it warm and cozy. Every plant they passed seemed to bow slightly, welcoming the young boy. Barnaby felt no fear at all, only a deep sense of peace and curious wonder. The air was filled with a soft hum, like a distant, comforting song. They moved slowly, enjoying the quiet rhythm of the beautiful glass garden. Soon, they reached a small, crystal pond where the water was as still as glass. Floating on the pond was a single, tightly closed silver lotus flower. Timothy landed on the lotus, his glass wings glowing with a deep sapphire light. "The first note of our midnight lullaby is sleeping inside this lotus," Timothy said. "It only opens when someone shares a pure memory of happiness and love." Barnaby closed his eyes and thought of his grandmother's warm, cozy hugs. He remembered her sweet voice singing to him when he was just a little baby. He spoke the memory aloud, his words floating like warm mist over the pond. The silver lotus began to bloom slowly, opening its petals to the light. A glowing golden musical note lifted into the air, playing a soft piano sound. The beautiful sound echoed through the garden, making the nearby ferns sparkle. Timothy collected the note on his wing, which turned into a bright gold color. "Thank you, Barnaby," the butterfly whispered. "Your heart is very kind." The pond water began to ripple softly, reflecting the gold light onto the glass walls. Barnaby felt a warm wave of happiness in his chest, seeing the lotus glow. They continued their peaceful walk, Moving deeper into the magical sanctuary, the air grew even sweeter, filled with the calming scent of lavender and mint. The stones under Barnaby's feet felt smooth, guiding him safely forward. Timothy flew just ahead, a tiny beacon of light in the beautiful night. The slow ticking of the butterfly's wings kept a steady, relaxing rhythm. Next, they came across a grand, ancient oak tree growing inside the glass walls. Its branches reached high up into the glass ceiling, touching the night sky. Wrapped carefully inside its roots was a beautiful harp made of silver wood. The gentle wind from Timothy's wings brushed against the silver harp strings, but the strings produced no sound, for they were tangled in thick green moss. Barnaby knelt down on the soft earth, using his fingers to gently clear the moss. He worked very slowly and patiently, enjoying the quiet task in the dark. He was careful not to hurt the silver wood, showing great gentleness. With a soft hum, the moss cleared away, and the harp began to play all by itself. It played a gentle, sweeping melody that sounded like a mother's sweet whisper. The second musical note floated up, glowing with a soft, warm amber light. Timothy caught the second note, and his glass wings began to shimmer brighter. The entire greenhouse seemed to breathe a sigh of deep relief and pure joy. The surrounding flowers lifted their heads, absorbing the beautiful music. Barnaby rested his hand against the oak tree, feeling its ancient, calm energy. "You are doing wonderful things tonight," the tree seemed to whisper back. Timothy landed on Barnaby's shoulder, resting his clockwork wings for a moment. The music from the harp slowed down, turning into a soft, ambient hum. Barnaby breathed in the calming scent of the ancient tree, feeling deeply relaxed. "Only one note remains to complete the night song," Timothy told his friend. They walked toward the very center of the greenhouse, where a grand fountain stood. The fountain was beautifully carved like a sleeping swan made of white marble. In the swan's beak was a small, transparent glass marble holding the final note, but the marble was high up in the air, far out of Barnaby's reach. Barnaby looked at his green sketch pen and decided to use his creative imagination. He sat softly on the grass and drew a long ladder made of glowing stars. As he finished the final line, a warm light emerged from the paper. A real, shimmering starlight ladder materialized right in front of the fountain. Barnaby climbed the star ladder slowly, feeling completely safe and secure. He reached the swan's beak and gently tucked the glass marble into his hand. The marble felt warm and soft, like a little pocket full of bright sunshine. As he stepped back down, the marble dissolved into a pure white musical note. The note played a deep, soothing cello sound that filled the entire space. Timothy flew up and embraced the final note, fully illuminating his glass wings. Now, all three notes blended together, creating the ultimate bedtime melody. The music was incredibly soft, floating through the glass windows into the valley. Outside, the sleeping birds in the tree snuggled much closer into their nests. The little forest rabbit stopped to listen, feeling a deep wave of comfort. Inside the greenhouse, the flowers began to release a beautiful, glowing mist. The mist was a blend of soft blue, pastel purple, and golden stardust. The mist hovered high in the air, creating a ceiling of twinkling indoor stars. Barnaby sat down on the soft, thick grass, feeling his eyelids growing heavy. The ticking of Timothy's wings became slower, matching Barnaby's slow breathing. "You have saved the whispering greenhouse," Timothy murmured very sleepily. "The night melody will now play forever, bringing sweet dreams to the world." Barnaby smiled, feeling proud of his kindness and his creative imagination. He watched the glowing flowers slowly close their petals, going to sleep. The magical mist gently wrapped around Barnaby like a warm, cozy blanket. Timothy landed softly on Barnaby's shoulder, folding his beautiful glass wings. The ticking sound was now a very slow, hypnotic beat that invited deep rest. Barnaby knew it was time to return to his warm, comfortable bed. He stood up slowly, thanking the magical garden for its beautiful secrets. He walked back along the glowing stone path, his footsteps light and quiet. The wooden door closed behind him with a gentle, reassuring whisper. The silver key vanished back into the flower pot, sleeping until next time. Barnaby tiptoed back into his quiet house, climbing up the wooden stairs. His bedroom felt cozier than ever, filled with the faint scent of jasmine. He slipped off his slippers and climbed under his thick, soft duvet. He placed his green sketch pad on his knitstand, smiling into the dark. Through the window, the greenhouse glowed very faintly, like a distant star. The beautiful midnight lullaby still echoed softly in the back of his mind. Barnaby closed his eyes, letting the peaceful melody wash over his body. He felt completely safe, completely loved, and ready to dream sweet dreams. His breathing became deep and steady as he drifted into a deep slumber. Every child in the valley was now having the most beautiful dreams tonight. Dreams of flying butterflies, singing lotus flowers, and ladders made of stars. For kindness always creates a melody that comforts the entire world, and imagination can build bridges to the most magical, peaceful places. The moon kept watch over the quiet valley, shining its protective light down. The stars blinked softly, like tiny eyes watching over all the sleeping children. Rest your head now, little explorer, for your midnight journey is complete. The world is safe, the night is calm, and tomorrow is a bright new day. Let your mind drift away into the sea of soft, golden stardust now. Good night to the tall trees, and good night to the whispering flowers. Good night to Timothy, the beautiful clockwork butterfly of the glass garden. Good night to brave Barnaby, who shared his heart to create beautiful music. And good night to you, sweet child. Sleep tight and have sweet dreams. The magical greenhouse will always be there, waiting quietly in your thoughts. Whenever you need a peaceful place, just look for the silver key. But for now, close your eyes and let the quiet night sing to you. The soft waves of sleep are washing over, bringing perfect, deep peace. May your dreams be filled with wonder and the gentlest of magic tonight. Sleep well, sleep deep, under the beautiful, protective canopy of the stars. The night is long and quiet, perfect for a long, restful sleep. Everything is exactly as it should be in this peaceful, still moment. Feel the comfort and warmth of your blanket, and let go of all worries. You are perfectly safe, you are protected, and you are deeply loved. Tomorrow will bring new stories, but tonight is meant for pure rest. Let the slow, steady ticking of the clockwork wings guide you to sleep. Tick-tock, tick-tock, the melody fades into a gentle, loving whisper. The stars are singing, the flowers are sleeping, and all is completely quiet. Good night, sweet world. Good night, little stars. Sleep in absolute peace. The leaves on the trees outside are resting, swaying ever so gently. The soft pillows hold your head, keeping you comfortable all through the night. The light of the moon is a gentle shield, keeping away any bad dreams. Listen to the quiet hum of the night, a song made just for your rest. Your hands are relaxed, your legs are heavy, and your heart is calm. There is nothing you need to do now except close your eyes and drift. The magical butterfly has folded its wings, resting until the new dawn. The silver lotus has closed its petals, keeping the happy memories safe. The ancient oak tree stands tall, guarding the peace of the entire valley. Every corner of the house is quiet, filled with warmth and deep tranquility. The stardust in the air settles down, coating your room in gentle magic. Feel your breathing slow down, matching the peaceful rhythm of nature. Inhale the sweet, calming peace, and exhale any remaining thoughts. You are sailing on a cloud of dreams, floating softly through the dark sky. The sky is a dark blue velvet blanket, holding you in its gentle embrace. No noises can disturb you, for the night has hushed the entire world. The whispering greenhouse is now sleeping, its work beautifully done. Let yourself sink deeper into the softness of your cozy bed. Deep sleep is coming to wrap you in a hug of pure comfort. The stars above are smiling down, happy to see you resting so well. Every breath you take brings you closer to the land of beautiful magic. Your mind is like a quiet garden, filled with peaceful, happy thoughts. Let the warmth of the starlight fill your heart with absolute safety. The ticking of the silver clockwork butterfly is fading into the distance. A gentle river of peace flows through your mind, clearing everything away. The air is perfectly still, holding you in a cocoon of absolute quiet. You are as light as a feather, floating smoothly on a sea of dreams. The moon is whispering a secret lullaby, just for your ears to hear. The world outside is resting its eyes, waiting for the bright morning sun. But for now, the darkness is your friend, soft and completely comforting. Your blanket is the warmest shield, keeping you cozy all night long. Let go of the day, for the day is done, and the night has won. Rest your thoughts, rest your hands, and rest your sweet soul. The silver heart is quiet now, its music sleeping within the strings. The marble swan fountain is still, resting under the moonlight. The stone path in the garden is dark, waiting for tomorrow's steps. Everything is peaceful, everything is quiet, everything is perfectly well. The shadows in the room are soft shapes, watching over your deep sleep. The stars are like tiny silver bells, ringing a silent song of rest. Feel the deep tranquility flowing from the top of your head to your toes. Your eyes are closed tight, seeing only the beautiful colors of dreams. A soft, golden light protects your heart, keeping it full of pure love. The valley of Willow Creek is wrapped in a thick blanket of silver mist. No worries can find you here, in this sanctuary of deep, perfect rest. The clockwork butterfly wishes you the most beautiful and magical journey. The whispering flowers send you their sweetest, most calming scents. The ancient oak tree extends its branches to protect your sweet sleep. You are a brave explorer, and now it is time for your well-deserved rest.